destroy my immersion with his IRL appearances like this. But yeah, short fat otaku shows leftish cruelty by Romanian TV channel. Yeah, let's watch it.
Alright, so this actually triggered me. I'm not engagement farming or anything. It's just that I saw this post and it made my blood boil. This is literally why I left the Archcast, because every time Dev would open his mouth, like my blood pressure would rise and I would start screaming and I would wake the baby.
Thank you for reminding
And so
me.
like I decided that it's actually better for my mental health to just disengage, because we already talked about everything there is to talk about.
More than 10 times? More than 10 times more people? Wait, there's something wrong. More than 10 times more people die of the colds each year than of the heat. And yet, because of insane climate alarmist ideology, we are constantly bombarded with danger signs every time the sun is out.
However, now I'm getting a blast from the past. Now I'm sitting my ass down. I'm going on Twitter. I'm looking at my timeline and I see this and it pisses me off, you know? And I want to share it with you guys just to tell me like if it pisses you off as well or if it's just me. But here's basically what happened, right? So you have Sargon saying, I really wish I had a barrel of cold water, right? Like he's basically saying it's hot. To which Short Fat Otaku, out of what I can only describe as sadism or malice, you know, he comes in and he goes like, well, don't you feel stupid now, right? Like, don't you feel stupid now because you posted back in the day that more than 10 times more people die of the cold each year than of the heat, and yet, you know, it's a climate alarmist. Like, I bet you feel really bad now, right, Sargon? Like, I bet you wish that the government did the rain dance properly. You know, I bet you wish you paid the shamans in the government to do the rain dance to bring down the weather. You didn't do that, so now suffer. Suffer, you little bitch. Suffer because you didn't trust the government. Okay, let's analyze like what's actually happening, okay? Like flapping the mouth aside, which you know, like the flapping for mouth is for internet morons. Let's look at the actual actions, right? I think that actions are more important than words at the end of the day. I don't care like what people flap their mouth or do the clickety-clack on the keyboard. I think that flapping your mouth is for pussies, but actions are for real men. And so let's look at the United Kingdom.
That's true. Like, people nowadays, they talk so much and they do so little, right? But I mean, that's because I mean, there are plenty of many reasons of the why this happens, you know. But I think one of these is that people become so much afraid of like doing things besides of talking, and not just because becoming passive is just more comfortable, but because I think this already is a sign by itself of how the oppression increases. And by the way, you have too much oppression to against all types of freedom nowadays. But in the other side, you have how people are so comfortable nowadays, even with everything like going downhill. How much people are comfortable nowadays living their lives with you know, with like, oh, I will open hands of this another little freedom that was take off me because I'm comfortable here in my home with my internet, with my delivered food, you know. So I will not do shit because even though I can complain online, you know, I don't think it's a good idea if I go against the government. I can be arrested and lose everything. I think a lot of people is exactly that. I'm not sure. Probably it's not the only reason, but it's clearly one of these, you know. Probably I can think of more reasons for that happening, and I think it's in a lot of ways it's just more easier and comfortable and not risky at all. I mean, I even cannot say that that's not risky because I actually have a lot of risk because of what I say. So yeah, maybe it's true in other countries, but it's not true for me. Yeah, I think it's just like that. It's easy to open your mouth or just type on the internet, speak up your mouth or your minds, but actually in reality do nothing about it, you know. There is nothing much too that you can do about unless like go out and do a havoc, start a civil war or something. And that, I think, everyone is uncomfortable of doing, but in my opinion, is the only key of changing anything in the world.
Unlike Short Fat Otaku, I actually had the displeasure of visiting the United Kingdom. And I visited London, by the way. It is one of the most climate alarmist nations on planet Earth. Like, seriously, if you disagree with me, like, tell me which is the nation that is more drunk on environmentalists than the United Kingdom. Because I personally cannot think of any. I mean, literally everything, everywhere in London, it was about the environment. Everything, right? Like, when I wanted to get a taxi, you had taxis that would mention that they're running green. When I would walk on a street, I would see a construction company claiming that it is green. What the fuck does that mean? I don't know. They probably do. At the hotel, I would have been asked to make sure that I unplug everything before leaving because I...
Oh, yeah. This reminded me of something. I had to go, like yesterday, I had to go to the city, and it's far away, very far away from my house. It's not even that is that far. It's because the traffic is too much intense to reach there, and I have to walk a lot, like until reach a point that I can actually get an Uber driver, because they don't come here. Most of the time, they refuse coming here. So I have to walk, kind of lot. And then call a Uber driver because it will take a lot more time if I would get by bus. But of course, Uber driver is expensive. And when I was trying to to ask for a Uber driver on the app, there was an option there like, if you ask it on this option here, like you help to reduce the emissions of CO2 on the what the fuck? How I giving them more money will help like reduce the emissions of CO2 worldwide? Yeah, they don't even care to explain that. They just say that the people, all these leftoids, these schizos will just click that. Oh, I will. I think the value of the travel was like six or I think 8 BRL, like more expensive than the total amount of the travel in your other modalities. And like they don't even care to explain because we know that it's not going to do shit. Like they are just like putting all of this in their pockets. We all know that. You have to be a lot stupid, and nobody sells like to actually believe on that shit. Damn.
I could hurt the environment. When I went to an ATM, they would ask me, like,
It's a
do you want the
freaking
receipt
scam.
or
Yes,
do you want to save the fucking forest? I went to a steakhouse. A steakhouse out of all the things. Do you know what's on the beginning of the steakhouse menu? The vegan fucking diet. I'm not kidding, right? Like, those people live, breathe, and smoke environmentalism. The taxes are high. They are taking people's air conditioning away. Like, they're even putting a fine that if you go with a car and you have your AC on, you have to pay a fine. Romania doesn't do that. My country doesn't do that. Most countries in Europe don't do this.
Psycho range, dodged that 6-7 like a pro. Oh my god. This thing doesn't even, like, my neurons doesn't even process this stuff, I didn't even thought about 6-7 and like avoid the 6-7. I just don't think about it, That's how it works for me. It doesn't go on in my mind. A fucking 6-7 meme, or I cannot even call them meme. Memes are fun. That is shit.
China has air conditioning for their fucking pigs. Okay? So just like, you need to understand that when it comes to the UK, they are doing it. It's not about like what Sargon thinks. Like the government is literally doing it. They're making the rain dance harder than any other nation on planet Earth.
It's weird. I really thought I didn't know that. I thought we were friends with Saigon. It's not. He's not. I don't know. I'm confused now.
Okay? Sargon is a contributor to that system. He is funding the system. He actually has a job which he owns, and he probably pays more taxes to the British government than Dev has produced in his entire fucking life. He is literally paying the politicians to do all of those things. Okay? He is the man. He is the wheel that makes the thing turning. You can make the thing turning without the politicians, right? Like without the politicians, the system can still go. You cannot make the system go without Sargon. He is paid. He is funding it. Okay? Good. So what the fuck does it matter what he thinks? I don't care what he thinks. The reality is, he is the fuel for the combustion engine of environmentalism in the United Kingdom. And despite all that, despite the government rain dancing like no fucking tomorrow, oh, guess what? He's still thirsty. How the fuck is it his fault, Dev? What the fuck do you want the man to do? Is it about the action or is it about what he thinks? Like maybe if you lived in his country, right? Maybe if taxes keep going up, electricity keeps going up, everything keeps going up, yeah, at some point, maybe you'd be a little bit pissed off as well. Because you'd wonder, well, hold on a little bit. So I'm looking at my politicians, right? How much does a British politician make anyway? Because like a European makes around 10,000 euros a month. I assume like they make something obscene like that as well, right? And they sit their fat ass in a room with an air conditioning. And then when they have to go somewhere, they can take a plane paid by the taxpayer money, right? And all of a sudden, that's not a problem with environmentalism. And they get to talk and flap their mouth about environmentalism all the time. And they pass all these legislations, you know, trying to take away people's air conditioning and shit. Where are the results, Dev? And the question is like, okay, how can we measure them? Like after how many years can we draw a line and we can say, okay, maybe the measures they did were good or maybe they were bad? When can we have an audit? Or is it just like an ideology where you just restrict rights and there is no audit? Like at no point can we look and say, okay, well, this was needed, this wasn't needed.
What I think about all of this is the following, like, this is my opinion, okay? Fuck all of this bullshit that they say about CO2. Don't give it down to that, okay? That's totally untrue to me. This is my opinion, okay? You believe in whatever you want. Like, I don't believe in the fucking, climate change. The climate change that I believe is that, like, we've come from an ice age, you know? And from there up into, like the world, it has cycles of temperature. You know, sometimes, like, and this is not for like the 4 seasons. There's the 4 seasons, but there's also these cycles of the earth where it gets hotter and gets colder. And I think we are going from a colder era to a more hot era. I think it's about that, you know? Like, I think the temperature is gradually increasing bit by bit since the ice age or something, you know? We are shifting to a more hot era. I don't know much. I'm not an expert. I'm not shit. This is what I think. Okay, I might be wrong. I don't know. This is my opinion. But if there is something that I'm pretty much sure is that this bullshit that they say of the CO2 and the green energy and blah blah blah. This is all bullshit. Okay, none of that is true. Okay?
Because it seems that politicians have absolutely no accountability, right? But the only thing that they do is they empower people like you to feel moral about it. The moment someone complains, the moment, heaven forbid, it's a hot summer and someone says, you know, I want a bucket of water, you're like, well, you see, you didn't believe in the shamans in the government. You didn't make them do the rain dance. You deserve it. Burn in the summer. I am finding a very difficult time to sympathize with left-leaning people recently, you know? It's absolutely fascinating, like what's happening with Dev. It's almost like I'm starting to wonder, like, are these his opinions, or, you know, is he like a bird, like trying to copy all the other birds? It's like, this is what leftists do, right? Like leftists, they antagonize right-wingers, especially on issues about climate, so I have to do it as well. I have to show like I'm the other girls. Seriously though, like I'm curious, like 50 years from now, if the UK becomes like the most environmentalist nation on planet Earth, and still nothing changes. It's still like the same summers.
Nothing will
Sargon
change.
is still,
Exactly. Exactly.
like complaining that his child is now in 45 degrees Celsius or whatever the fuck. At which point can you not say, hey, politicians, when do I get my money back? Like, I pay taxes for this shit. Some of my rights were taken away so that you guys can say,
It's simple, V. You never ever take your money back, and that's why taxes are called taxes. This is maybe this is not too much clear in your language, but in my language, taxes are called imposto. Imposto. I will type on the chat. Taxes equal imposters in my country. So imposters means the same as taxes, okay? So the word imposto in my country comes from you to impose something upon to somebody, It's really the same radical. I think you even have I said impose, yes, I think it's the same meaning. Here it would be impor. Você impõe algo sobre outra pessoa. You force someone onto something. You impose someone to do something. So there is the word imposters. So you're being imposed that. It's not an option. So no, you can never have your money back. They will do whatever shit they want because it's imposed over you. Taxes are imposed over you, That's it. That's it. You'll never have they will keep creating excuses to increase the taxes like they did, and they still do in my fucking country. They will start doing that more and more, like the same up until you guys have the same amount of taxes that we have in my country here, And you guys cannot even breathe anymore because of taxes. And they will keep finding new ways to impose new taxes over you, and they will deliver less and less up until nothing, and you end up owning nothing and have a lot of taxes to pay, and there is nothing you can do about it. It doesn't matter how much you desire to have this money back. I'm not saying that you are wrong, V. Of course not. I totally agree with you. But the thing is that it's just our desires. That's not gonna happen unless it's like I always say and keep coming back to that, unless there is blood, unless there is a civil war, unless we impose this true force, unless a lot of lives are lost fighting for our own rights, we will not change nothing, okay? We will not change nothing. But we also need to, more important than just start a civil war, we need to actually think what we're gonna do next. Considering that we would win, which I think that by itself it's unlikely, even in a country gun-free like United States. But at least you guys have more chance there. But you guys gonna need to think in what you gonna substitute for, huh? I think the first clear thing that should have is that no taxes. No tax. Oh, Mizuki, that is some kind of what is the word for that again? Utopia. That's an utopia. You can't live without taxes. Of course that probably there is ways to live without taxes. I bet in some time in history we probably didn't have taxes. I don't know. I'm not good with history, but probably we had a time that we didn't have any taxes at all. We need to come back to that age. It's totally unnecessary. It's totally unnecessary. We can do everything by ourselves. And if you don't know how to do that, we will figure it out. It's how they figure it out how to taxes us all this much. We will figure out how to live without taxes as well. I bet it's way easier and simple than live with them. Yeah.
Say you did anything. Is it really like a religion now, right? It's just performative. Everyone just has to perform, and as long as you perform the correct thing, and you take away someone's AC.
You start said no taxes, smaller government. The thing with smaller government is that there is still government. and the government by rule, it keeps increasing itself ever and ever. So I think any government that you put, it doesn't matter how small it is, it will keep pushing further forward and increasing further its power. Every new law it creates, more power you give to them. Every law that is created, more power you give to them, and less freedom you have. People have to understand this. Each new law that is created, like the amount of laws that you have in your country, it's like directed. It's proportionally directed to your to amount of the freedom you have in your country. The more laws you have, the less freedom you have. That's literally it. Each new law, you are increasing inflating the power of the state in your life, and you're decreasing it's your own power, of yourself, of your own family. Even more you men that are like family holders, the should be the head of the families. You are taking power of you, of your small kingdom, let's say like that, and delivering to the government to rule in your place. Up until we reach this situation that we have nowadays, that you marry a woman, but the government is the actual husband and not you. You are like a cook or something. That's the reality.
You can say, job well done. And if that person complains, you get to mock them the next time it's a hot summer. Let me know what you guys think, and as usual, we'll see each other in the comment section.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I have to say about it. No, there's nothing much left to be said. Yeah. I just want to remind you guys, join our Discord server. You can find on the link tree on the screen, the link to our Discord server. There you will find move nights, like watch parties, to anime and a lot of stuff. People are starting to do gaming nights as well. We still need to create a role for that, but we will get there. But be part of this amazing and growing community of Foxlings. I bet you guys gonna enjoy that. And support a Foxu on Patreon or Ko-Fi or through Kick by gifting subs or subscribing. Just avoid Wooktube, okay? Avoid supporting Fox on Wooktube. Because Wooktube takes everything and doesn't deserve that. Okay, that's it. Let's go to the next one. Oh, thank you so much, Eustace. Thank you very, very much for 10 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Before we go any further, I want to take this brief moment here to thank all of you, my patrons, for the incredible support to my work here on YouTube, and especially my 5-tail Fox Tire member, the Holy Ball, and to all of my 3-tail Fox Tire members, Wallany Wolf, Fanny Sylvie, It Himself, Chile Not Serious, Eustace the Useful, Zealous Isaiah, Ala Rosas, Max Tenor, Nugutino, Avery, Halcyonic Eder, and TV8. Thank you very, very much. You guys are amazing. Also, thanks to everyone that have been supporting me on Ko-Fi, Kick, and to all of my YouTube members. You can support this channel life and growth with just $5 a month and gain access to many perks. This is less than a burrito. Check out my Patreon. Link is in the description below. And that's it for today, my dear Foxlings. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.